really like it when you do it like this, and you just really turn me on when you do it like this. Even if that's doing it slower. Okay? Now, I won't ask by a show of hands, but some of us are clitorally stimulated and some of us are vaginally stimulated. If you are clitorally stimulated, 9 times out of 10, if he's hitting it from the back, there's no friction there for you, so you're kind of missing out. Because there's no touching. He's having a great time. If you are vaginally stimulated and he has a hook either to the left or to the right, the best positioning for that is bent over grabbing your ankles. Because he can come up and hit your G-spot.
I'm hearing all of this, yes. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on up in here.
If there is a need for clitoral stimulation during the hitting it from the back, all he needs to do is take his fingers and apply them here. He doesn't need to move. He doesn't need to do anything. And tell him, baby, I will gyrate accordingly. All I need you to do is just hold it. And that'll work. If you are clitorally stimulated and he's penetrating you vaginally, again, just apply it. If he's hitting it from the front and he's not doing the grind motion, he's more on top of you, all he needs to do is place his forehead here on your pelvic bone. And you will gyrate accordingly, therefore reaching clitoral stimulation. So that way, while he's penetrating you, all he has to do is apply that pressure. He doesn't even have to push hard, just apply that pressure. And before you know it, it's like, And that will excite him as well, because then he actually gets to see how hard your clitoris actually gets. Because during those intense moments, just like he gets an erection, your clitoris gets really, really erect, and it has all these senses, and it just drives him crazy because it's driving you crazy. And men are visual. So he's seeing what he's producing while he's watching you do what you do, just by putting his hand right there. It doesn't have really anything to do with the penetration because you're clitorally stimulated. So this is just an added bonus.
Is that when you're on or he on you?
This is when he's on top of you.
I might need to go home after.
Say for instance, he's on top of you and you're kind of hanging off. If he's standing up and hanging off the bed, there's no clitoral friction. So when there's no clitoral friction, then that's just him going inside, almost in a banging aspect. But you still need that clitoral stimulation. So that's when you do that. Or if he's hitting it from the back, then he places the hand there for that clitoral stimulation. If you're on a slow grind, then definitely you can achieve that on your own with him with the friction. Okay. If he's well endowed, I have to give the health benefits as well. If he's well endowed, take a 6-bag, drink some cranberry juice. Because if he's hitting it from the back, he can rub up against some things and then you'll have a bladder infection.
Wow.
Now, this you can use and not have to worry about your hair getting messed up. So you can freshly have a hairdo, and this is what you want to use. Now, if you're a runner, you have nowhere to run. You have nowhere to hide. You know, sometimes you scoot up before you know you got the headboard. That ain't gonna work. Because he got you. You just lay right here.
Why need that?
And he holds it. And this is him. And this is you. And he can go wherever you go. Yes. Nowhere. If for some reason you don't have this, because I'm all about being creative, get a sheet. If you have kids, you get his from me, but get the twin size sheet. It's easier to handle. Get the twin size sheet, have him wrap around his arms like he's Thor. If you know anything about Greek mythology, have him wrap it around his wrist, and he's sweating, and you turn around and you look back at him, girl. I'm not saying that, but you have nowhere to run. So you will be a little sore the next day, and if you wonder why, this will be the reason why. Okay?
All right.
How much is that?
This is 17. Okay, now, what I'm burning right now is a massage candle which turns into oil that you can actually massage your partner with. This one has pheromones in it, but when you pour it on, it's a nice thick liquid. And it's sexy to watch. You think you're going to burn them, but really you're not. It's just a massage candle. You can also use that for your personal moments too, because it has like paraffin in it. That's when you put on your cotton pajamas, do not disturb. So you can use it as a twofold kind of thing. My personal favorite, I should say personal, because then I tell all my business. But I came into myself at 25, so it's okay. And I think every woman should. This is called Good Hand. It numbs the back of your throat. And when I say to you, it numbs the back of your throat, you can accommodate the width and the girth without gagging.
Yes.
Yes. You can touch your tonsils as you're putting gas, and you just go like, Now, when you use this product, though, you have to put it as far back on your throat as possible, because if you put it in your tongue, you'll be like this. On your longest finger. Okay. I'm not giving you all the finger, but put it on your longest finger and put it as far back on your throat. You can even, I think it's either 12 or 15. But what I would suggest is don't tell him that you're using this. Okay? Now, the thing about, I'm a very oral person, and the thing about giving your partner oral pleasures is all in the presentation. If you don't like doing it, it's going to come across in your presentation. So if you want to like it, then you got to work your way up to like it. So whatever it is you don't like about it is, for example, if their soup too salty, or if it tastes a little bitter and it has a bite, watch what you're feeding them. Lighten up the load. Pineapple juice, water, mango juice. Stay away from things like orange juice, grapefruit juice. They're too citrusy. What about cognac? Which clearly means I would indicate this as well. What I would do with the cognac is I would take it and put it up and down the shaft of the penis and lick it off.
Yes.
Because it'll act as a numbing for him as well.
Cognac?
Yes, ma'am. So if you lay off the fried foods, then you'll have a better appreciation for the taste of his penis. So you lighten it up, you take out the salt, you take out the fried foods, you give him more water, and it's almost like what you put inside of you comes out, same with him. So if you want to be nice and fruity, eat more berries. Blackberries are great, they're antioxidants. If you drizzle them with a little honey, and all of this is on your back last sheet. If you drizzle it with a little honey, that's a whole sexy something going on right there. Because honey is an aphrodisiac, the blackberries is an aphrodisiac, and if you blindfold your partner, it awakens all the other senses for you to do things too. Now back to the oral pleasure. I highly recommend, and it has nothing to do with I'm a control freak, but I highly recommend laying him flat on his back, because that way you have the most access to it. Get very comfortable and kind of lay on his thigh. And that way you have access to everything within that area. Spread his legs, because sometimes it's just empowering to have to spread his legs. If you feel so inclined, put one of his legs on your shoulder.
Wow.
All of the excitement is in, and I know you all thought, okay, what is this? Why she bring this? It's like, I had to show you some stuff. Okay. So on this side of the penis, you have all the veins. That's very exciting. That's just like your clitoris. So every time you touch it, just imagine how excited you are when you touch your clitoris. That's how excited he is when you touch the penis. So all of this right here is exciting. All this down here is just for show. He only has feelings in the first 3 to 4 inches of his penis. Anything else is just visual for him. I say to you, get you some lip gloss, ruby red lip gloss, whatever it is you like to put on, because me and a visual pair of boy shorts, that's it, and a pair of shoes. Go to work. When you know you got him, look up at him and wink. Let him know you got this. And then go back to work. Or let him watch you, because we always try to turn off the lights. We can do soft lighting. Soft lighting is good, but men love to watch. they love to see the confidence in you knowing that they're watching. And they can't tell none of their friends. All they can do is be around them. Can't tell you that you ain't gonna believe what I'm doing. And now you've just become the hero because now you're not uninhibited. I mean, you're uninhibited at this point. And you're not doing anything that's outside of what you would normally do. You just add some sensuality to it. Now back to the control part. Spread his legs. You have that space that I was telling you about. You have the testicles, and then you have underneath the testicles, and then there's this space that's between the testicles and the anal area. It's about that much space. You can play around in that area all day long, and he'll just be like a kid in the kids, like, what you doing? And you will notice. He won't stop you. He just gonna say, what you doing? Ladies, if you don't know your man, don't go beyond that space. Because if you get popped upside your head, because you was in that area that he ain't quite ready for. However, if he is secure in that region and so are you, that's another place that has amazing tentacles that just nerve endings and take you to the next level. And you may hear him do
It's fresh over here.
dogs can hear. And then you'll find that he's looking at you like, you know how dogs look at you sideways? Seriously. Now, the thing about oral pleasures is some men like to move you out of the way because they don't want you to go there. I'm going to take you there. Because there's something about the controlling of the mind that you have when you're doing that. So you take it all the way there and you don't stop. Even when they go, and the toes curl. Now, what you do with it is completely up to you. I can't tell you what's safe and what's not. I personally do not